Are you going to say my name?
Yeah. How do you say it?
Janet Pirozzi.
Janet Pirozzi.
Stand by.
What's us?
Cue.
Hello and welcome to the Vision Behind the Art. Today, Monday, right? And we have Janet Pirozzi here at the Morris Berner Hotel, Studio M, the Vision Behind the Art, down in the basement of the Morris Berner Hotel. You look a little bit nervous. Are you nervous?
Always when I have to talk.
Why?
I just am.
Alright, so let me explain you about the Vision Behind the Art. People that in the audience that watching us right now, this is our living room. And it should feel very, very safe. We have people watching us from all around the world. And soon enough we're going to have our chat video up and running so we can see and they will be able to ask us questions. But basically, imagine that we're right now sitting in the lobby and nothing has happened. And it's only several thousand people watching all around the world and they will be able to judge you and stuff like that. But that's okay. They are good people and they understand that what we're doing here, it's really the beginning. This is, I think, our 12th show. And so we are really building it right now and the set is looking nicer and nicer and we got a nice cool machine.
Yeah,
That's new.
new old.
Yeah, extremely new old. And we're going to talk today about art and about you and about your life experience and about your life as an artist and about the Morris Berner Hotel and what you as an individual believe that you will be able to contribute to the project. And let's start with your life as an artist.
Okay.
For how long have you, been doing art?
Well, I started doing art in 1994,
Mm-hmm.
just to play around, and I started with pen and ink,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did pastel, and then acrylic, and then I ended up with watercolor, because that was the easiest thing to carry around with me wherever I went.
Right.
But now I'm back on to acrylic and more mixed media, and very abstract.
Cool. Yeah, I seen your art abstract and we also have some pictures that we're going to share with the audience really, really soon. And do you got to have your own gallery here in Reno?
I have my own studio space on Bell Street, and right by the river, near the river. It's on the west side of town, though, so I'm trying to, move us together.
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm on the other side of the tracks right now, where, I didn't know about the Morris Hotel and the other things that were going on here in the east until the Nada Gras. And I don't even know. Oh, I got an email from somebody saying, oh, this might be of interest to you. And so that's when I came in to do the tour and ended up signing up for Nada Gras.
I remember the first time that you walked in, you kind of was in shock at how nice the people are. And we promised that we're going to talk today about the 10 principle, and the first one on the list is radical inclusion. And we believe that everyone is welcome in our community. People from all over, no matter what you got to bring to the table, bring it to the table and then we can talk about it once we're sitting on the table. And I feel like you felt very, very welcomed. And you came back after that to continue and you brought your friend after that. And those friends got involved as well in the project.
Some did.
Some did, yeah. Some of them really well connected right now and more involved and want to help us in the future project as well as you. So from the first beginning, what do you remember from our first meeting here at the Morris?
I think I was just in amazement. We did the tour and the basement and where the burner room is, and telling me that every little nook and cranny is going to be an art space. I mean, it's just an awesome thing what you're doing here.
I remember we talked about the boiler room, and you say,
I
feel
that's
comfortable.
the one I'll do.
Yeah, I feel comfortable to do some art here that not many people will see.
Yeah, that's where I could go.
Do you still believe that you want to do an art space in the hotel?
I have a real problem when I am forced to do something specific.
We don't like force people doing stuff.
I know, but so as soon as I say I'm going to do this or that, and here's how I'm going to do it, I'm like totally blocked.
Cool. And you did say that you are interested to do the Nada Gras show, and a few weeks after the Nada Gras happening, and you were one of the people that hard for them to get a decision, and until the last moment, I'm not sure that I want to do it, and my partner, I'm not sure that you want to do it. And
well, I was afraid to do it,
right.
Because I've had my art in a variety of different places since 97-ish, but not very much.
Right.
And so this was the first time that I was going to be around when people were looking at my art.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first talked about it, I'm just like, oh no, I can't do that. I can't have people looking at my art while I'm there.
Yep, we got a
So-
picture of your rooms in the Nalagra event, and a lot of art. I think that your room broke the record of how many pieces we can
We
fit.
did have a lot of pieces up there.
When you told me in the beginning you want at least 20 hangers, I say, what do you need to do with 20 hangers? How are you gonna hang 20
and
pieces
we
of
did
art?
3 for each one of those
Yep.
hangers.
How many pieces total was in the room?
I don't remember.
I think the number was
I'm
28.
thinking, no, I'm thinking more than that.
More than
Yeah, I think I don't know. It seems like 40 is in my mind, but I don't know. I'd have
could be. I mean, we can spend our time trying to count it right now, but I don't
Yeah,
think
no, I
people
don't
that will like
think
it. And Burner Baby say Vision is back. Yeah, I took off for 2 weeks. Last week I got to be in Georgia. I went to visit my family
nice.
after a long time. That I promised that I will come to visit every month, and but it didn't happen. This project got me really busy. But I got to visit them after 5.5 months and got to see everyone. And it was a holiday and it was a birthday party.
for Easter.
But
Actually,
we're
Easter,
Jewish.
for
Yeah,
Passover.
we're doing Passover. But it was the second holiday of Passover.
Okay.
And it was really fun because all of my family and all of my friends, everyone just come to spend time in the family, in the house, and it was really great.
Nice.
And then the week before, we got to have a lot of planning before my leaving, so we have to cancel the show in the last moment.
Oh dear.
But now we're back. So only 2 weeks off, and now we're back, and now we're full power.
Oh,
And
this was the question.
yeah. I missed you at the Jenny. Oh yeah, I know. I got to be busy, but I'm gonna be this Wednesday at the generator again.
Hi, Eric. Hi,
Hey.
Lena.
Yes, people are really like us, and they following us, and they send this question. Burner Baby, she's one of our very famous follower, and she really appreciates what we're doing. She got to learn a lot.
And where is she?
She's from Reno.
Okay.
She's coming to visit us every once in a while, and we meet at the generator every week or so. And let's go back to the topic, back
Okay.
to the Maurice Burner Hotel, back to you, and back to the 10 principle. From the 10 principle, which one is your favorite one?
Oh, I don't know the 10 principles by heart, so you're gonna have to repeat them all for me.
Man, I'm already doing it in every show. Every guest that I'm mentioning the 10 principle, they make me tell them
Well,
all.
I know when I read them that they all sound great, but I don't.
Which one do you
them all.
remember?
I don't. I
None
only
of
remember
them?
the one that you just said, which
Radical
is
inclusion.
including everybody,
Right. What do you know about
reusing
gifting?
everything.
We don't reuse.
Well,
we have leave no trace. That
well,
we are
leave no
trying
trace,
to
but then instead of getting rid of stuff, you what's
repurpose
that
them.
right? Yeah, the
And-
repurpose.
Yep, we're part of Leave No Trace. Leave No Trace, when we telling it to people from the outside world, they say, okay, so you live clean when you end. But the idea it's not just to live clean. When we are going to the playa, when we're doing this project, if we open a package for some things, we will use it until the end of it, until we cannot use it at all, and then we recycle it.
Right.
So it's the reuse and
Okay,
recycle.
so I'm good with that because
Yeah.
my paper towels in my studio, anything that's just wet or it just has paint on it goes back in a pile. So I have a big pile in my studio of paper towels that I just keep reusing, so I never throw them away.
We have a rule that you say don't let it hit the ground. So when you see something fly in the air, you have to run after it, and you see people running after a piece of paper, and it's really fun to watch. And then when you catch it, everyone cheers and is really happy that he helps to save the planet. Radical self-expression. You're an artist and you do an abstract. That's definitely something
Right.
that
Radical,
really
somewhat radical. I'm pretty conservative radical.
conservative radical.
I think so.
Do you have a picture of her art?
I called my art the, you laughed at me because I called it traditional abstract. So those are mine there.
Yep.
And that's my studio actually.
That's a picture from the studio. It's a nice sized studio.
It is.
And that's you in a restaurant.
It is. This is at Los Compadres. So I organized a collective of abstract artists in Reno.
Mm-hmm.
And we are displaying our art only at locally owned businesses and family owned and operated.
Mm-hmm.
And so Los Compadres has 3 restaurants in Reno,
Oh wow.
and this is the one in the south end at Foothill, and there are 6 of us represented there.
Oh cool.
And it's in a big party room, and those 2 big ones there, those are mine. And then there's some out in the regular main restaurant. There's 3 of them.
Back to our screen, we got hello from Frankfurt, Germany. Yeah, and you had a great time in Burning Man. conference in Berlin. Did you heard about the Burning Man conference, the Global Leadership
I have
Conference?
heard about it, yes.
So last 2 weeks ago, JJ and
Right.
myself got to go to San Francisco,
Yes.
and this is where we met a few of our guests that right now in shooting us from the audience. They're making a documentary about Burning Man, and they heard about the Maurice Burner Hotel during this conference.
Oh.
And while we went to this conference 2 weeks before that, they have the same conference in Europe, in Germany, and got to talk about Burning Man around the world. A nice number statistic that Larry Harvey, the founder of Burning Man, mentioned. He said that 20% of the people that coming to Burning Man coming from outside of the United States.
Wow.
It's a lot of people. I mean, out
It
of
is.
70,000 people, it's a lot of people that packing all of their stuff. You know, you imagine you've been to Burning Man twice, 96,
Yes.
97.
98 and 99.
It's changed a bit. I mean, from few
Oh, yeah.
hundred,
Well, it
3,000.
changed from 98 to 99.
Right.
I mean, 98 was 10 or 12,000 people, and 99 was like up to 15, and I thought it was huge. And so I'm like, this is good. Had a good time. The weather was perfect. So I haven't been back.
You should go back. Are you planning on it?
I don't know.
Right now you're in your retirement.
I don't know.
Come on, it's just right across the street. You know, it's in our backyard. It's,
I'm going to come to your Burning Man events.
that's
for
true,
sure.
for sure. And for people from the audience that don't know,
Somebody's
and also,
got to stay home and take care of business.
that's
right?
true. No worries, we're gonna put you to work. If you're staying here and not going to Burning Man, you're gonna help us to run Burning Man
There
here.
you go. Perfect.
We are planning to have while Burning Man is happening in a desert, to have our own Burning Man for people like you that from the community that want to be really involved and want to be part of the project and kind of help to run Burning Man here. So you've been to our backyard, we've been to our Party Gras event and other fundraisers and events that we already had. You planning to come to Mount Pleasant else?
I am out of town.
You out of town?
I
I think
am.
you should cancel that. Then.
My son would not be happy.
Oh, I see. So you should bring your son over here. He will be really happy.
Well, he did come to not Party Gras, but Not a Gras.
Yeah,
My
I remember.
whole family came to Not.
Yeah, which is very
And
incredible.
a lot of my friends, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect as many of my older friends to come. We had
Honest-
someone here who was, I think, the oldest one was 88,
Wow.
and she walks with us every day.
Oh, wow. We got over 1,000 people. This is a number we're
Wow,
guesstimating.
cool.
Doing 1 week, 1 weekend, 3 days pretty much show that we have more than 1,000 people that got to experience the hotel for the first time. We used another guy as an opportunity to do our first grand opening. And it was quite grandiose.
It
It
was
was
very
a
nice.
lot of people. It was a great success. Let's see more questions from the. Oh, we have also people from England. Please say hola to JJ. That's from Sean from England. Thanks for all you do, Vision. Of course, my friend. I enjoy every single moment of it. And Kick say, boo, Janet. Who is King?
I don't know.
You should know him.
I don't
King, come over here, and after the show, you can speak to Janet. She's gonna be right here.
Why is he booing me?
Right? I mean, boo, it's a good thing.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Okay. Oh.
I mean, you can think
It's
that.
got an exclamation point. It must be good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we talked a little bit about your life experience. I mean, outside of the art, which is very unique kind of experience. I mean, working for the government.
Yeah, I worked for the government for over 20 years, and I was a project manager.
Hmm.
And that's about all you need to say about what I was working.
That's
I mean, it
it.
was good. I was quality assurance, project management, and it was grueling at times. And but I was good at it. I didn't necessarily love it though.
Yeah. So after 20 years, you sent yourself to retirement. I mean, it was about
Yes,
time.
Yes.
And now you retire.
Well, I worked for 39 years and raised 2 kids,
Oh,
and
wow.
I figured I was done.
That's a great decision. I guess I said I got decision that I'm sending myself to retirement when I'm turning 27.
That's perfect.
And it
That's
works
when
quite
you
well.
should be retired. That's when you should be having fun.
I agree. I don't think that anyone should be retired nowhere. I mean, no one should work for the act of working just to go and earn money,
Right.
because it's stupid. Oops, did I say stupid live on TV? That's okay. But I do believe that people should do what they love, and we talked about it upstairs earlier, that from right now you do only what you love, and you're really enjoying doing what you're doing.
Correct.
That's important.
I'm good at saying no. I'm really good at being able to say no to things that I don't really want to do.
That's
But I say yes to a lot of things that I do like to do.
right.
And I'd love to be a part of the Mars Hotel. I don't know exactly where I'm going to fit in,
Mhm.
but I love the concept of what you're doing. I love how you're bringing the whole community in, working with the city. And so for me, it's just like, it's just a project that I think Reno has needed for a long time.
And it just happened to be, again, you burner for many, many years in the past, but you took a long time off since the last time you went to Burning Man. But you see how Burning Man evolved. And back in the days when you went to Burning Man, we didn't have the 10 principle. The 10 principle actually being created in 2004 after people from all around the world approached Burning Man and say, we want to bring Burning Man to our hometown. What can we do? I mean, what's the guidelines? What can we tell to our people that this is what we live by? And Larry Harvey, after being pushed by all the committee and the Burning Man organization, he actually wrote this 10 principle, and they tweaked them and wrote them in a way that it will be really open to interpretation. So once you read the principle and I will read it, we're going to have our own way that we understand it.
Right.
And that's the great things about it. It's almost like the 10 Commandments, that it's very open, but it's very, very clear and very specific of what to do. Speaking of the 10 principle, act of gifting, what do you know about gifting?
You're putting me on the spot.
But of course, this is what we do.
Well, gifting, for me, I gift my time and my money.
Right.
And I don't know what else to say about that.
So when we say gifting in Burning Man, every time that I'm with someone and they kind of explain about Burning Man, because they've been to Burning Man many, many times, but they never actually got to read the principle to the details. They say, yeah, and we don't have money in Burning Man, it's only barter. And I have to step and I say, no, it's not barter, it's gifting. It's absolutely gifting without any expectation to receive anything in return,
Right.
which is hard to remember because we used to go to the work and receive money and we're working to earn something back. So right now we're bringing the 10 principle, the act of gifting, and we're doing it only for the feeling that I gave you something,
Right.
and I don't want you to bring me anything back, but if you will, I will appreciate it. I mean, if you're gonna give me right now a gift, I will so love you, so much. But I don't really should expect for me to give you something in return.
Right.
We're not bartering. It's hard to understand.
Right. Well, when I went to Burning Man, the first year there was no bartering or gifting, there was gifting, but that's all there was. There wasn't any back and forth at all. And the second year I went, there was more, what seemed to be more bartering versus just the gifting. Because I was going to draw little pictures on cigarettes and give my cigarettes away. Not because I didn't smoke, but I heard that people needed cigarettes
Right.
at Burning Man. So that's what I was going to do. It didn't really work out for me, but but it was my idea of what I thought I was supposed to do when I got to Burning Man. And but the second year there was more of that kind of thing where you went into the bar and you were kind of expected to bring some alcohol with you, and then you could have all you wanted to drink. But so that was different from the first year.
And
And
here at the
years
Morris,
probably
do you
previous.
believe that we're doing this gifting economy okay? Are we following this principle fine?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so from what I've seen.
Did you
and
receive
heard.
cool gifts so far?
Have I received my cool gifts is just being part of it.
Right.
That's the gift that I'm getting back.
Oh, fantastic.
Because that's what I want.
Alright,
Is
so
to
let
just
me
be a
put you on
part
the
of it.
spot again.
I don't
Em-
like being on the spot, you know that.
That's okay. It's my show, I can do whatever I
Oh,
want.
that's true.
Immediacy.
Immediacy.
Yeah, what do you know about immediacy?
Do it now. Get it done.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I mean, you make it sounds very, very simple. But-
That is what I do. I make things simple.
Oh, fantastic. It's important.
I mean, that is something that's one of those soft skills I was telling you about. I turn something that everyone's finding so complicated, and I'll say something really simple. And,
see.
and people go, oh, yeah, okay.
So when we talking about immediacy, it's the 10th principle. It's down on the list, and the principle itself say that our community based on that principle. I mean, none of the principle will work without us understanding what immediacy is. And immediacy, as you say, do it now. And I used to explain it as an example. If you see a blinky light in the end of the forest right now, drop what you do and go to this blinky light. Because when you get there, you might going to meet a person that will change your life. Those opportunities that happening right now where the blinky light is might going to disappear in a second. So if you didn't drop what you're doing and you say, I have to finish this conversation and then I'll go, you're probably going to miss
It's
it.
too late.
Exactly. So sometimes we encourage people to just do it right now. And I'm really, really a big believer of immediacy. And when we're talking right now, a conversation, right now it's the show, so I don't want to drop the show and go. Maybe I would.
Yeah.
Depends what it is.
And then you'd leave me here all alone.
No, I will leave you with the audience and the camera. You see, we have over there, we have Toba. That's wonderful, Jeanette, you see?
Thank
see?
you.
Hello everyone from Michelle. And Jules said, that's why I love Burning Man, Vision. Cool, we love you also. I mean, Burning Man changed your life, Whisper. And Ellison say, Vision, you will be at a generator this Wednesday. Yes, I would. I mean, my boss, Jungle Jim, right there. I don't know if he will let me to leave on Wednesday, but I probably would. And someone asked, what's the 10 principles? So, which one do you remember right now? We talked about several already.
Immediacy. The first one.
Radical inclusion.
I never said I had a good memory.
That's right. And we talked about gifting.
Gifting.
And we
right?
talked about radical self-expression.
And reusing.
And leave no trace. Unnecessarily just reusing, but
Okay.
leave no trace. When you disappear, nobody should know that you were here. So your teacup, you should have to take it. Turn the teacup. Decommodification. And this is how we got to our sixth principle. Decommodification. What decommodification is for you? On the spot again. I'm like that.
Somebody give me some cards so that I can
Right?
read it, right?
We
You
should
know?
talk. I mean, we have TVs and we have all the technology. We should pull the 10 principle up.
Really, why don't we have them up?
Right? Because you got me right here.
Uh-huh.
I'm one of the only people on the planet that actually memorize them. Not one of the only people, but we can count the people that know the 10 principle on maybe 1,000 people, I would say, that memorize them all.
Right.
And usually those people are community leaders that using them on a daily basis. And I believe that every burn that you're going, if you embrace one principle and just try to really, really follow one principle for one burn, by the end of the 10th burn, you will have the 10 principle down, right? And you practice them during the whole week or a whole weekend.
Right.
But it's hard when you're going only to one burn a year, just to Burning Man. Well, the people in the audience, I'm sure that you have a regional burn in your region. This is how you heard about us. So don't go just to Burning Man. Burning Man, it's so cool. I mean, and keep going to Burning Man. Oh, we go, look at that, the 10 principle right there.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Yay.
that's for Jeanette and for the people from the audience. We're going to go through them real quick. Radical inclusion, that we already talked. Gifting, that we already talked.
Yes.
Decommodification, this is why I turned your cup away, because it's the name of the place that we got the cup from, which we really, really appreciate the place. He gave us a cup, right?
Right.
But we're not trying to promote other businesses. We're trying to keep our mind clear from all this distraction that the old society taught us, and all this promotion and advertising all over. Instead of focusing on the one-on-one and talking to a person and get to know this person deeper, your mind being distracted to see this logo that is on the other end, that this logo unnecessarily will benefit you directly. Yeah, maybe the drink that you will drink because you have this logo in the back of your mind will be very joyful, but your mind not going to be with me right now, and we're not going to know each other deeper. So this is what decommodification is. Radical self-expression, that we explained very
Oh,
well.
we talked about that.
I skipped radical self-reliance, which again, it's simple, and the way that I explain radical self-reliance to the people in the world, that in case it right now people calling and say Burning Man got cancelled, but I didn't have a phone because my battery is dead because I played the games all week long. So I didn't get this message. And I arrived to the
was
desert.
Canceled?
I hope not.
Okay.
I mean, did it? I don't know. My phone is dead. But if I got to the desert right now and everyone got the message that Burning Man is cancelled and I'm in the desert by myself, I should have everything I need to have the best time of my life. And of course that I have to survive it. So I have to have all my food and I have to have all my drinks and I have to have all the entertainment to make sure that this experience will be the best experience that I ever had in my life. Because I just took a week off work and I just put my kids in school, you know, in the daycare because I wanted to come to the desert and spend some time with my friend. So I should have the best time of my life. So radical self-reliance, make sure that you're not relying on anyone. It's not radical self-reliance on your friends. It's radical self-reliance on yourself. A communal effort. To build a city that holds 68,000 people in a desert, you cannot do by yourself. You just cannot. I mean, it's impossible. Let's put it other way. To build any project of any size, you cannot do by yourself. I mean, you're a very, very talented person. You already accomplished extremely big goals in your life, but you did nothing by yourself.
Right.
Right? So we definitely, when we put in the 10 principle, we encourage people to understand that we're doing it together. And to build project of any size, we have to use each other as a community and kind of help each other. And I used to say in one of my examples, if you see someone climbing up the ladder and trying to pull this big canvas and put it on top of his RV, drop what you do. Because it's more important to help him, because the canvas that he put on top of his RV will create his experience better, and he will be smiley during the week, and he will smile to you and change your mood, because right now he's smiling, and why he's smiling? I'm happy too, and now you're going with smiling to the rest of your adventure. Continue for the next one. It's civic responsibility. This is a really, really hard one. On the spot, you, what civic responsibility mean?
To me, it's being part of the community, working to make your community better, being involved in the community, which I try to do.
And something that we have to remember at all time, that no matter where the event is happening, no matter where the project is happening, you have to respect the law. I mean, the government law. I'm talking about government lately a lot, and I don't want to grow up into this politician position, but I got to cover the government back a lot. And people say bad things about our government and what they're doing like this, and I say our government, it's here in America or here in Israel or all over the world. And I explaining about this, that they created these rules so our life will be safer. And we have to respect those rules. And this is part of the communal effort. I don't want to go and study for all my life how to be a politician, but they did. And they can do their part. So it's they doing their part by creating these rules. We as the citizens, we have to follow these rules. So that's civic responsibility for me. Leave no trace, that we already talk. Unnecessarily just reuse, but just
Right.
create less garbage on the planet. And when we're living unnecessarily, when we're leaving the desert, when we're leaving this planet, when we finish our days, nobody should know that we were here. The impact that we should do should be really big, but not with trash that we left behind us. Participation. You know participation very, very well.
I do.
All right. So tell us about participation, and we already talked about immediacy, so we can take the 10 principle off, and I hope that was enough for people to look back to us.
Okay.
Participation.
So participation for me is being involved in what's going on, things that you like to do. So for me, I'm only going to participate if I like it.
Right.
I'm not going to participate if I don't really like it. So I participate in things that move me one way or the other. Make me happy, give me enjoyment.
I agree, and participation is something that I encourage everyone to do. Again, like I invited you to the show. You told me, what do I gonna do in the show? Say come. I mean, okay, you can. I mean, and I extremely appreciate you participating right now in our show. And this
And
is
who was your backup? Are these guys going to be your backup in case I didn't show up?
no, I can speak to myself. I already been to my show with myself and kind of
there
talked
you
to
go.
people from the audience, and that was good. Burner baby, I love you too. She said I love Vision.
Janet, join my camp.
Here we go, Nikki, you see? And Pam asked what civic responsibility. We just talked about civic responsibility. Do you want a quick brief about what's civic
Well, they probably already heard it. We just talked about it.
Or maybe she asked it after we did it. Oh, we put it back together. But it's really,
Following
really
the
hard to
rule-
read the line.
Following the laws and being responsible to our community and our government.
Being a good citizen and pretty much cover our watch for our people. I said when you see steak on the ground, you know that someone built his tent and right now his steak is going up. Part of our civic responsibility is to make sure that we are covering this and put something on it, or just find the person that own it and make sure that he will cover it, so nobody will get hurt. Right? It's part of our civic responsibility as taking care of each other. Here on 4th Street, here at the Morris Berno Hotel, we're really much working a lot to take care of our neighbors. You know, we're right next to the homeless shelter, from the people that don't know. From the window of the hotel, you can see the homeless shelter, you can see the line of the people that waiting for the food bank and kind of waiting to get food. And we're really doing our best as a citizen to make their experience better. And maybe they had a little bit of lack of success in their life or in this chapter in their life. And we are here to give them the hope, to give them the spark and do stuff, you know, arts-like or community-like that will make them feel like they are worth something, because they are.
Right.
And we are putting back on the spotlight, but in a good spotlight, because we are working together and we get them to help us, and we hope that they will help other people after they finish it here. So this is it's a fun project. To be on 4th Street, it's really, really exciting, but we see the participation of it. When we're doing our court drive, did you ever participate in our court drive?
I did not.
Did you ever donate something to the court drive?
No, I because I had already donated all my stuff, and I do
Oh, good.
donate it to the Reno Gospel Mission most of the time.
Yep.
They come and pick stuff up at my house,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
and
good
so
to
they
know.
get a lot of stuff from our community.
That's fantastic. And other people that didn't know that the gospel will come and pick it up from their house, they coming and drop it here. And we're using our manpower and our volunteers to come and give it back to the community.
Nice.
So it's a lot of fun to work with actually the people that extremely not involved in Burning Man. Maybe they didn't want them to Burning Man. Maybe they never been to Burning Man. Maybe they never heard about Burning Man because they're just busy in their life. So we're here putting Burning Man in a new light, in the beautiful light, because Burning Man it's not just a party in the desert. I got to talk to the people earlier that explained it, what it will take to build a party in the desert. So we created this burner hotel, and we're having a great party in the backyard, right? But to build this party into a successful party, we have to work really, really, really hard, as we do.
Yes, you do.
As you understand that. And we are hoping to work even harder, and we are hoping to have more people to collaborate with us. Again, just for the act of giving, the act of gifting. When people coming and volunteering in the project, they might not going to receive anything in return like cash, but they will receive the experience that they will never will be able to receive anything anywhere else.
Right.
How much time we got? 1 minute. Look at
1
that. How
minute,
perfect,
okay.
huh? Is there anything else that you want to add before we
I
ending it?
can't really think of anything else, but thanks for inviting me.
That was fun, and I'm glad that you came from very, very short notice. Just because we talked and you had ideas that you wanted to bring to the table, and I said that I want to learn my people before I actually start working on a project. I want to spend some time, but being me, I'm really busy in all
I know,
my
so
other
by
stuff.
the way, come on my show.
Yeah, so come. I have a minute. I have a 30-minute show that you're more than welcome to come and help me, and you did, and that's fantastic. And we got to talk, and now I'm much trusting you much more, and we can move forward into a deeper into the project, and I can give you responsibilities that I didn't know if I can give you before, because I believe that you're capable, and you're very, very talented, and your art is quite incredible.
Thank you.
And people that want to see your art, they can come to your studio.
Oh, there's hardly anything there.
Okay, so where can we see your art?
You can see it at Bella Italia, Los Compadres, Dreamers Coffee House, the Morris Hotel,
We have 3 pieces here.
and a couple of Just Your Style hair salon and watercolor hair salon.
Fantastic. So many, many places.
Oh, and
in town.
Ben's Liquor's going to have a couple pieces at the end.
Really?
Of the week. Yes, way down the south end of town.
So good. So yeah, now you mentioned few businesses that already working with artists. There are tons and tons
Reverse
of.
Aging is going to have some stuff too.
We need to find more businesses that not showing art yet, that have a lot of wall space, but the stores is really, really old-fashioned store that all they care is the money. But we have to explain them about how to support a local artist also will help themselves. And right now you mentioned names of few businesses, not as a promotion to the business, but just come and admire the art. And we're inviting people to come over here and see more art of different artists. And as you know, we're giving the wall space to our volunteers, people that's part of the project, get to display the art on the wall, so people can come and look at this and hopefully will buy it.
Right.
And if they will want to buy it, decommodification. We're not trying to sell it here, we're not after their money. But we'll put you in touch with them, and now you make a new friend, someone that like your art probably will like you as a person.
Right.
So we're creating this community through the art. And people that want to come and see more art, we are at the Morrisburn Hotel, down on 4th Street, 400 East 4th Street, in Reno, Nevada. You're welcome to come pretty much at any time. Knock on the door.
Thanks,
I probably
Missy.
will be there. What did you get from Lucy? Oh, Missy.
She said
Jeanette, well done. Vision, the quality of the show looks way better. Thank you very much, Don. We're definitely doing our best to hire the quality. And Paul will come and check it out really, really soon. We're going to be here to receive you, Paul, and taking you to the grand tour and teach you about the 10 principle and radical inclusion and all the rest of the cool stuff that we're doing. If you guys have any question after the show, feel free to email me. My email address is vision@Morrisburn And Jenna, do you have a website?
I do. It's called artindeed.com.
artindeed.com. You're going to have it in your screen in a second, artindeed.com. Please go and check the website. It's really interesting. I checked it before I contacted you for the first time.
Oh, cool.
So send me an email to vision@Morrisburn Ask me anything that you guys want to know. If you guys know a special guest that I should have on my show because it's important for him to speak and let you guys know what he's doing, please feel free to refer him to me and artindeed.com. And
That is correct.
go and check the website. Go into the Morrisburn Hotel website. We are building it right now in a way that people will have more information to learn more about Burning Man, to learn more about the Morrisburn Hotel, to know about different events, different projects, different things that's happening that we want their involvement. We want you guys to come and be part of the project. And as I said many, many times, everyone can help. We can use any single skills that you guys have. No matter what you guys know what to do, we can build area for you that you can express yourself and you can be part of the project. And you can go back to your friends and say, I'm part of the Morrisburn Hotel. I even cut cool swag. Look at that. I mean, not this one. This one.
I have a t-shirt.
You got it, right?
No, I don't have that. I have a t-shirt.
Oh, that's way cooler.
But I want one of those too.
Okay. Welcome. And thank you very much for coming again to our show. And we're probably
you.
going to see you in the near future, part of our project. Volunteers that will come from this show, we'll see you here probably doing your part, volunteering because you love what you do, not because we forced you.
Right.
We cannot force you because you are a very strong
I'm good at
individual.
saying no.
Please tune in next week, Monday, every Monday at 5:30, The Vision Behind the Art at the Morris Berner Hotel, Studio M,
Thank
down in
you,
the
Art.
basement. And on YouTube, really soon, the Morris Berner Hotel on YouTube, just search it and you can see all of our past show, all of our amazing guests that already got to be here and already got to talk about whatever they wanted to talk and already made a difference in the world. So thank you very much, The Vision Behind the Art at the Morris Berner Hotel in Studio M. Much love.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak.